You've held it 100 times. That worn, darkened penny you almost didn't bother to pick up off the sidewalk. Or that heavy quarter you fed into a vending machine without a second glance. Stop. That single coin, the one you're about to spend, lose under the couch cushion, or drop into a Coinstar machine could be worth more than a car, more than a semester of college. In a few cases, more than a house. But here's the tragedy. Most people never realize it until it's gone. Collectors are quietly fighting over these coins right now. Not perfect, shiny museum pieces, but the exact coins you'd probably call junk. Dark, scratched, worn smooth by decades in pockets and cash registers. That damage isn't a flaw. It's a survival certificate. Below, we're going to walk through 4 of the most overlooked, life-changing coins still hiding in circulation. Do not clean them. Do not spend them. And whatever you do, do not assume that old ugly coin is worthless. 1. The 1912. Wheat penny, no mint mark. The forgotten survivor. Look at it, really look. That dull reddish-brown disc. Abraham Lincoln's profile, worn down to a ghost. The words "In God We Trust" barely visible above his head. The reverse shows 2 simple wheat ears framing 1 cent. Most people wouldn't even bend down to pick it up. But if that date reads 1912, and there is no mint mark beneath it, you are holding one of the most overlooked fortunes in American numismatics. Why 1912 matters. America in 1912 was shifting. Industry was booming. Cities were exploding outward. The U.S. Mint was under crushing pressure to keep coins flowing into a rapidly growing economy. That pressure created inconsistencies. Overworked dies, weak strikes. Coins that were never meant to survive a century of use, and yet some did. Not in perfect condition. Not shiny, but real. Still out there. In old jars, in inherited collections, even mixed into everyday change. What you're looking for, obverse, Lincoln's profile facing right, Liberty on the left. The date 1912 sits quietly, almost like a secret code. Mint mark, none. That absence beneath the date is what collectors obsess over. Reverse, 2 wheat ears framing 1 cent, United States of America above. Composition. 95% copper, 5% tin, and zinc. Warm reddish brown that darkens beautifully with age. Weight, 3.11 grams. Diameter, 19 millimeters. Thickness, just over 1.5 millimeters. The shocking part. Poor condition does not mean worthless. With this coin, even a heavily circulated example, scratched, dark, barely readable, has crossed auction floors for up to, not hype, real money. Why? Because it's not about perfection. It's about survival. Collectors don't want shiny. They want untouched, naturally aged surfaces. At dark toning, that's history. That's proof the coin hasn't been messed with. One critical warning. Do not clean this coin. That instinct to make it shine will destroy its value instantly. Collectors hate cleaned coins. They want the dirt, the darkness, the natural patina of a century in circulation. Once you alter it, the fortune is gone. What to do if you find one? Do not spend it. Do not clean it. Do not rub the surface. Get it professionally graded PCGs or NGC. Let experts authenticate its originality. Supply is shrinking. Demand is rising. And every year, fewer of these coins remain untouched. This isn't fiction. This is happening right now. 2. The 1924. Wheat penny, no mint mark, the silent obsession, if the 1912 penny is a forgotten survivor. The 1924. Wheat penny with no mint mark is a quiet obsession, hiding in plain sight. America in 1924 was tense. The post-World War I boom had surged, then wobbled. Cities grew faster than the mint could keep up. Dyes were overworked. Quality control was inconsistent. That chaos created coins that are now incredibly rare. Not because they were made in small numbers, but because almost all of them were spent, lost or melted down decades ago. What you're looking for, obverse, Lincoln's calm profile. In God We Trust arched above. Liberty on the left. The date in 1924 sits boldly beneath. Mint mark. None. That tiny absence is the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. Reverse, twin wheat ears framing 1 cent. Fine condition details. Lincoln's jawline should be clear. The wheat stalks should show visible lines. The date must be readable. Why collectors obsess over it? Not perfection, authenticity. Every subtle dye wear, every tiny scratch that doesn't break the surface, every uneven patch of dark toning, these aren't flaws. They're fingerprints of survival. Collectors hoard these coins for decades, waiting for the exact moment when demand explodes. And the 1924 wheat penny, no mint mark, is one of the most pursued survivors of the 1920s. The danger. People are spending these coins right now. Every tip jar, every forgotten coffee can, every pocket of old jeans at a thrift store. Life-changing money is disappearing in silence. Do not be the person who feeds a wheat penny into a counting machine. 3. The 1933 wheat penny, the Depression-era survivor. Now we enter a different league. The 1933 wheat penny Denver Mint is the kind of coin that turns ordinary people into legends overnight. Not because it's pretty, it rarely is, but because of what it survived. The context. 1933 was the darkest year of the Great Depression. Banks failing, jobs vanishing. Every penny mattered more than $1 does today. The mint operated under extreme pressure. Metal shortages, overworked dyes, skeleton crews. Most coins from 1933 were spent into desperation. Lost in bread lines or eventually melted down for copper during World War II. The ones that survive? They're tiny miracles. What you're looking for. Obverse. Lincoln's profile softened by wear. The date 1933 visible but often muted. Mint mark, D. Denver beneath the date. That small letter is legendary. Reverse. Worn wheat stalks. Faded edges. And yet the story remains. Surface. Dark. Often rust-toned. Uneven. Do not clean it. The emotional power. Collectors aren't just buying copper. They're buying a tangible connection to a desperate, pivotal moment in American history. That emotional weight, combined with extreme rarity, drives prices into six figures for even well-circulated examples. The hidden danger. Most people see rust and wear and assume worthless. That assumption is expensive. A single Ijo Sensen D wheat penny can ignite a quiet bidding war among collectors who know what it represents. And right now, right this second, one could be sitting in an old jar in your garage. 4. The 1934 Washington quarter. No mint mark silver that fooled everyone. We've been talking about pennies, but this next coin is different. The 1934 Washington quarter with no mint mark Philadelphia strike is a silver fortune that most people spend without a second thought. Why 1934? America was still deep in the Depression. Every silver coin that entered circulation was essential. The mint rush production using worn dyes and inconsistent processes, that pressure created quarters that are genuinely rare today. Not because they were intentionally low minted, but because almost all of them were used until they were slick, then lost or melted. What you're looking for. Obverse. George Washington facing left. Liberty above. In God we trust to the left. The date 1934 centered beneath. Mint mark. None. That absence is the key. Reverse. Heraldic eagle spreading its wings. Arrows and olive branch in its talons. United States of America above. $quarter below. Composition. 90% silver, 10% copper. Weight. 6.25 grams. Diameter. Arshur Feel. Solid. Noticeably heavier than modern quarters. Fine condition versus junk. Collectors don't expect perfection on a 90-year-old. Silver quarter that lived through the Depression, World War II, and decades of pocket change. They expect survival. That means Washington's profile should be clear, even if soft. The eagle's wing feathers should show detail. The date and lettering must be readable. The original silver patina dark mottled uneven must be intact. Again, do not clean it. Polishing a silver quarter is the fastest way to turn a wen coin toa arshul coin. The quiet market. These quarters are disappearing from circulation faster than ever. Silver values alone push them above face value, but collectors are paying far more for untouched, professionally graded examples. And here's the part that should keep you up tonight. People spend these every day. in vending machines, at toll booths, in tip jars. Don't be one of them. 5. The 1976 Bicentennial Quarter No Mint Mark. The modern dark horse. And this one surprises people. A 1976 quarter? You might think, that's not old. But age isn't the only factor. Survival in high grade is the 1976 Washington Quarter No Mint Mark. Features the special bicentennial reverse, a colonial drummer with a torch-bearing figure, commemorating 200 years of American independence. Why? It's valuable. Not because it's rare in absolute terms, millions were made, but because almost all of them were spent. Finding one in very fine condition. VF-20 or better with original surfaces. No cleaning and no mint mark is far harder than most people realize. What you're looking for: obverse, Washington facing left, Liberty above, In God We Trust left of the bust. Date 1976, centered, mint mark, none Philadelphia strike. Reverse, drummer and torch, the United States of America above, $quarter below. Condition, Washington's hair details visible, drummer's uniform lines crisp, lettering sharp. Composition, copper nickel clad 91.67% copper, 500 body and cents and nickel. Weight, 5.67 grams. The collector's logic. Collectors are aggressive about these quarters because they recognize a simple fact: unmolested. High-grade examples from the 1970s are becoming scarce. Supply is shrinking. Demand is quietly rising. And most people would look at a 1976 quarter, see ordinary change and spend it. That's the opportunity. Final rules for hidden coin wealth. Let's bring this together. Whether you find a 1912 wheat penny, a 1934 silver quarter, or a 1976 bicentennial, follow these rules. Do not spend it. Not ever, until you know what it is. Do not clean it. No wiping, rubbing, polishing, or dipping in anything. Do not guess its value. Surface appearance can be wildly misleading. Handle it carefully. Hold by the edges. Use cotton gloves if possible. Kitted, professionally graded. PCGS or NGC. This is not optional for valuable coins. Check every coin. Your wallet, your drawers, under your couch cushions. Old jars, inherited collections. Most people miss this. They see dark, worn, or rusted coins and assume worthless. Meanwhile, collectors are quietly waiting for those exact coins to appear at auction. This is not a fantasy. This is happening right now. And the next coin you almost throw away, it might just be the one that changes everything.